Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to day 3 of 7 days to love your body. And I so enjoyed seeing all of you step outside of your comfort zone yesterday and be willing to use social media as a tool for healing while also broadening your view of what's healthy and happy bodies look like. So today's action step is one that I give to all of my clients. And every time I give this action step, it is always met with resistance. Because truthfully, it feels touchy-feely, it feels a little woo-woo, it feels like a stretch. And that's exactly the reason I make my clients do it. Because as you will recall me saying back at the beginning of this challenge, is that transformation doesn't exist inside of your comfort zone. And that if you want to have a different experience, it's going to require doing something different, right? So that's where mirror work comes in. And many of you actually might be familiar with mirror work already. It's a practice that was created by Louise Hay and Dr. Robert Holden. And mirror work is meditation meets affirmation practice meets looking directly into your soul. And it's really freaking powerful. So I had a client when I first started working with her, the idea of looking in the mirror brought tears to her eyes because she hated the way she looked so much. So she really avoided mirrors at all costs. Yet she willingly took on this action step because she wanted a different experience. And after just a few weeks of doing it, she went from avoiding the mirror completely to looking in the mirror and saying to herself, I'm okay just as I am. And that opened up a world of possibilities for her, where she actually started pursuing a new career path as a personal trainer, and started to make some real changes in her personal life that led her to a place where she says, and I quote, I've never been happier in my life. And so I want to invite each of you that that's actually possible for you too through this practice. So here's how mirror work works. What you have to do is get yourself a mirror, preferably a full-length mirror, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. And what you're going to do is set a timer for 5 minutes. You can either sit or stand, whatever feels best for you. And what you're going to do is you are going to start by looking yourself directly in the eyes. And you are going to start repeating, I love you, I love you, you are loved, you are enough, you are worthy, you are valuable, I love you. Whatever affirmations are coming to mind, but you kind of get the gist, right? And the important element of this is that you are actually stating these affirmations in the present. So you're not saying you will be loved, but you're saying you are loved, right? There's a huge difference there, because what you're actually doing is declaring that it is already so, instead of something that's outside of you or something that doesn't exist yet. And a really important intention here that I just want to call out is that the intention with this practice isn't necessarily to suddenly find yourself conventionally attractive by society's standards, but rather that you are able to actually see through the external to the depths of who you are. The part of you that already knows that you are worthy, enough, and valuable just as you are today. So with that, your actions are to do mirror work for 5 minutes today, standing in front of the mirror, repeating, I love you, you are worthy, you are enough, over and over again for 5 minutes. And as far as proof, you have 2 options. So you could either post a mirror selfie of you after you complete the exercise, and you could also choose to write about your experience instead. So either post a mirror selfie where you're taking a picture of yourself in the mirror, or write about your experience, whatever works for you. And then, of course, encouragement and support are the best. So encourage or support or congratulate at least 3 people in the group, 3 fellow participants. And you might notice at this point in the challenge, we're almost halfway there. You might actually be noticing that you're starting to slow down a little bit, that maybe you're starting to detach, that maybe that excitement that you were feeling at the beginning of the challenge is starting to dissipate a little bit. And what I want to invite you into is that this is actually a protection mechanism from your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind thinks change is scary. It's uncertain, and it's trying to tell us that, oh, I don't have a survival strategy yet for this new way of being. And so the opportunity here is really to have immense compassion for yourself. And it's also a perfect time to get support. So whether it's reaching out in the group and sharing, hey, I'm feeling some resistance to these action steps, or you might actually choose to hop on that free coaching call with me, which each of you have access to use either this week or up to 2 weeks after the challenge is complete. And on that session, what we're going to do together is we're going to explore that resistance that might be coming up for you, and really support your subconscious mind in allowing these changes that want to come through you. So I'm here to tell you that you've got this. I'm here to support you, and you are all doing an amazing job. I will see you back here tomorrow morning for our next video. Bye, everyone. Mwah.